In 2019, my wife Stevie and I embarked on an ambitious journey driving our budget-built 2008 Nissan Pathfinder clear across the entire country with our dog Pepper as well.
Super icy cold to swim in, like freezing.
These episodes were originally featured on the channel but have been taken down over time due to copyright and other issues.
They'll come to me!
As Mac and myself prepare for another adventure over west, I've been revisiting the past and decided to compile every one of these episodes from that trip into a single bonus episode here on the main channel. We got 2 hours down the road and
broke down. Boom!
However, this journey was filled with its challenges, from constant breakdowns and engine troubles.
Oh my god, if it goes 50, I'm gonna break down.
Catastrophic conditions on York Peninsula.
Tackling a cross-continental trip in a budget, four-wheel drive, no easy feat. Another lift?
Of course, hop in.
Let's take it back to the very start. It's been a long day, and it is currently 43 degrees in Kensington, South Australia, and it's going to get hotter, apparently.
I'm nervous, Peppy's nervous, we're all nervous.
Yeah, Pepper got out of the car and started panting and laid it down immediately. I think I need to update everyone on how we got to this point, because it's been a bit of a full-on mission just to get here. So the first day we went Brizzy to Sydney in one day. Sunrise in Brisbane, sunset in Sydney. Pretty cool to do that in one day. We stayed with Stevie's sister, and then the next day we only got 2 hours down the road and
broke down. Boom! Radiator nipple. Not the actual radiator.
Is the overflow for the radiator snapped off right near the cap, and there's no way I could join it back on in any dodgy way. It just kept popping off because it's pressurised. Snapped the bar from the overflow to the radiator reservoir, so we just overheated. Yeah, 28 hours later we had it fixed. I also discovered the bearing in the pulley for the alternator was broken as well. Fixed that. We were able to keep going down to, where was it? Wodonga?
Yeah, Wodonga, on the border.
On the border. And from Wodonga managed to wake up early and shoot straight through Melbourne. We stopped there for brekkie and then just kept going straight through to Bells Beach, where the trip finally started taking a turn for the better. Like, it was actually nice then.
I saw a white deer. It ran across the road in front of me when I was driving that back road of Bells Beach. Oh, I thought I was seeing a unicorn.
Yeah, I don't know how common a white deer is. It's like a albino deer. It's pretty cool. We hit the Great Ocean Road and got a few photos under the iconic lawn sign on the...
After Bells Beach, a little bit of a drive, maybe like 30 minutes.
Kept going to Lawn where we stayed the night. We went up to Teddy's Lookout and yeah, really nice. Had a few afternoon drinks for my birthday up there, and after that we stayed in Lawn. We kept going down the Great Ocean Road. We tried to go have a look at the Gibson Steps, but they're closed. Went and saw the 12 Apostles, which is now an extreme tourist trap. Oh, it's pretty cool to see, but it's so busy. Like,
I found a few sneaky spots, didn't I, TJ?
Yeah, we found a few dirt tracks off, but obviously no tourist buses going to go down there. Baker's Oven.
Baker's Oven.
Pretty cool. Well, like, we went to a fair few other spots, Arch, London Bridge, Grotto. It's all along that section of the coast. Pretty popular, you might have seen some of it on Instagram. But we ended up in
Port Campbell
for lunch, which, pleasant surprise when you come around the corner and you see the beach. It's like a port, but a beach as well, and wow. Alrighty guys, welcome to Port Campbell, an excellent spot to stop if you're making this massive drive. And one thing's for sure, Pepper was stoked each time we stopped to get out.
Stop it.
This is what you get for keeping me in the car for 4 days. I really just tried to go Wim Hof in that cold water though. For us Queenslanders, 16-degree water was freezing. So after spending lunch here, it was time to hit the road again. We have some serious kilometres to lay down.
Super icy cold to swim in. Like freezing.
Go 16.
it was still cold.
And yeah, that pretty much catches us up to right now. I mean, just before we went to this lake, what was it? Blue Lake? We went to Little Blue Lake just before and had a look at that, and that's apparently the water there's even colder, so we didn't swim. Pepper's been super good, surprisingly. She just travels, she just sleeps all day, so she works up maximum energy just to go psycho when we get there.
It's true. It really is true. Sometimes she's alright, like just before she was okay because it was hot, so she has to like save her energy for the heat.
We're going to try and get to the Fleury Peninsula today, but I don't know, it's a long...
the start of it for tonight, so that way we can cruise along it tomorrow.
It's a long way away. We've decided to just keep driving today. Temperature is hitting 43 degrees. It's crazy. We're meant to be hitting actually the Nullarbor on Friday, 50 degrees. I don't even know if we should do it. So anyway, we've got a brand new radiator. It should be fine.
All about those positives.
Alrighty, the Pathfinder is still going strong after having its new radiator, so time to hit the road, find a camp for the night. Already so much has happened and we're not even at the halfway point.
Have a lift?
Of course, hop in.
Okay, we're at Victor Harbour, but we've just had breakfast, about to get some petrol and head over to Second Bay.
Second Valley.
Steve is in charge of where we're going.
Always in charge. I'm the team leader.
You happy, Pat? Yes, that was about the 6th or 7th time we filled up already, so definitely not cheap to drive to Perth, maybe fly there if you ever want to go. But yeah, we're averaging about 540 kilometres a tank, which isn't as good as I hoped, but I mean, I think it's because there's stuff on the roof acting like a big sail, slowing us down. Come for a quick look at Rapid Bay. This is one of 2 caves. The wind is crazy, it's like 80 kilometres an hour out there. Change of shirt because it's already hot. It's only like 9 o'clock and it's very hot. Thought I'd bring the GoPro because it's so windy down here. This is Second Bay. Wow, pretty much walking on seaweed, hey? Very Pep. I see what we got, a little protected bay. Not a bad spot.
Alrighty guys, how do you rate my OG vlogging style? It's a nice little reminder of how far I've come since these days. From memory, this spot was amazing to swim in, however the rocks not so soft. Pretty sharp and slippery. Maybe bring some water shoes if you want to come in here.
You can just drive down a section of this. Sorry, no, it looks pretty hard. What a vibe! Everyone's just got their combos down here on the on the hard sand. Fiji!
Any car. Don't need a forward drive here.
Catastrophic conditions on York Peninsula and the Barossa Valley, and down the Fleurieu Peninsula south of Adelaide. The fires started.
They are the worst conditions that our people could be operating in, and the worst conditions when a fire gets going.
We're going to travel straight through to Port Augusta tonight because of some bushfires east of Adelaide. Don't want to get caught this side of it, so we thought we'd shoot straight through.
So hot today, like it was literally almost 50 degrees. Or was it? 40.
Yeah, it's so hot, it's crazy. So anyway,
we were only going to be there in the afternoon, we weren't going to be there in the night if we wanted to get further along the coast.
Straight through to Port Augusta, hoping. Highways closed, bushfires. New one just started.
49. It just went to 49. Oh my god, it makes me really anxious.
That's scary, eh?
Oh my god, if it goes 50, I'm gonna freak out.
Psycho hot. Psycho. 50. Oh man, I feel sorry for the firefighters. I'm glad we're heading away from that fire. This is actually crazy. The windows are like too hot to touch. Just had a look on Google to see what the heck is happening with the weather. It's a dust storm up here now, so yeah, there's that. Apparently it's hailing somewhere. Extreme weather. 48.
48, I'm feeling a bit better. Panic.
We just made it to camp, set up, and now a severe thunderstorm warning with large hailstones is on the way. So now we're packing
These
up.
bushfires were getting worse and worse. Nonetheless, we've made it to the halfway point across the country on our way to Perth.
Alright, where are we off to today, TJ?
Oh, Cactus Beach this morning. Bit of unsealed road for a change.
Yep. And there's like random white cliffs. This is the famous spot where you normally can see a pink lake and the water right next to each other as you drive down.
Yeah, you can normally see blue and pink on either side of the road.
The spot.
This is it, except it's low tide and it's not wet, sorry, on that side. So it probably doesn't look as good.
Now, we've been given word that Nullarbor is in fact closed at the moment due to these bushfires. That's a little concerning, however, we've decided to do a bit of exploring. At the moment, we're going to go check out Cactus Beach, have a bit of breakfast, and see what it has to offer.
Come down this little sand track in the Pathfinder, see what's down here. We need to have brekkie down there.
There's a bunch of these coastal highways that are made out of the salt pans, and it was actually pretty cool to see.
This morning we went to check out Cactus Beach. We're kind of trying to waste some time here because the Nullarbor is still closed because of the fire. We're going to have lunch here at Nong. So yeah.
Alrighty guys, can you believe we are not even in Western Australia yet? It is a massive journey trying to get from the east coast to the west coast of this country. Now, this is a spot I actually got to visit as a kid, and I was so excited to come back and that it's still all here. The original Nullarbor Roadhouse.
Oh, wow, all the original stuff's still in here. Pretty original. Where I used to fill up, eh?
Yeah. Fancy. Ooh.
Good news, the team at the Nullarbor Roadhouse have let us know Norseman intersection is open, so...
Bunya Cliff.
I think so. I hope I picked a good one.
That is a cliff edge.
Hope it's not going out.
However, the Nullarbor is no easy task either, and we thought we'd stop at the Bunda Cliffs to check them out.
Not a bad lunch spot. Stevie has decided Bunya Cliffs for lunch, and it's pretty nice. You're not allowed anywhere. Big cliff. Wind block going on here because it is very windy. Yeah, walking to the edge of that is pretty interesting. Keep going west, get as far as we can. Apparently the road's clear now. Norseman's open, so we've been told. Try and get to Perth as quick as possible now.
These Bunda Cliffs are absolutely massive in person. I highly recommend stopping here if you ever get the chance.
See, the weather's kind of coming in and it's pretty cold, eh?
Yeah.
So we're going to keep going to Border Village.
TJ's on the wheel.
Bumpy little track in.
Back on the Nullarbor.
Oh, at this point, we're a bit behind schedule due to all the road closures, so
Nothing to see here, boys. Nothing to see.
we're trying to make as much ground as possible, driving into dark and camping at random camp spots. After a relaxing wake up with some light aircraft, it was time to hit Australia's longest straight road.
You like to get all the landmarks, don't you?
All the landmarks.
Stevie loves landmark photos.
That's 145.5 kilometres.
Did you work it out?
No, it says it on the sign.
Now, somewhere between the Nullarbor and Perth, we had what I thought was a catastrophic engine failure. Luckily, the last 5 or 6 hours of the trip, we were able to limp it to Perth, meet up with our friend Winnie, wait for Nissan to diagnose and order some parts. While doing so, we met up with some other friends and headed over to the famous Rottnest Island.
Oh, we got bells. 100% ready. Ready. All the cockers.
Quokka.
And roll.
I found the cocker. Oh my god!
Easy, candid GoPros.
Oh, look at the GoPro Max. I like it.
Oh, maximum steadiness.
I love that for us.
Rottnest Island isn't that big and it's covered in bitumen footpaths, so the idea is you hire bikes, and I'd say now you'd be allowed to have scooters. The whole aim of this island is to get that famous elusive picture with a quokka. The island also has a bunch of amazing beaches and bays to swim in, pink lakes and all the cool stuff you expect from West Australia.
Ride Perth, see the sights, and then go quokka hunt.
All on this one little island, so pretty cool. These are the most friendly and cute little marsupials you're ever going to meet, and they're scattered all over the entire island.
Hello.
Hi, darling.
Oh, cute. It's been one pink lake, 5 quokkas, a lot of road.
Highly recommend checking out Rottnest Island if you get the chance and you're in the Perth area.
They like those little stick things.
See that? Look. Oh my god, there's another one over there. Look.
Oh, they're coming.
They're coming. They're all coming. Bring it in, guys. I've done the best 2 quokkas ever.
They must just be so friendly because there's no natural predator here. I don't know if I'm right about that. Might come. Imagine how nice it would be with tie.
Yeah, it's so yummy.
Yeah, it's meant to be pretty good snorkeling.
Now, while we've been on the island, I've got news that Nissan cannot help me. Surprise, surprise. I'm feeling pretty down about this. Not sure if the Pathfinder's going to be able to tackle the rest of this trip.
It'd be a bad idea because the car's not working. But we're following Winnie up some random road to some random beach.
Not feeling very well today, though, are we?
No, I'm very sick. Very sick.
Maybe some fresh water will help us.
Some random dirt road to some random beach, which might be, I don't know if it's a good idea because we don't have boost at the moment. There's something wrong with the turbo. So we've got no power and we're driving through sand. So it could be good, but because at least there won't be any people down here.
That ocean view. Doing good?
Just holding.
So the vehicle basically feels as though it has no turbo at all, so obviously extremely underpowered, and yeah, we're just trying to decide whether or not to cancel the trip at this point.
Say hi, pony.
Safety.
Happy.
Our friend Winnie moved over to West Australia many years ago.
Just gonna have a coffee in the attempt to feel normal. We're gonna venture down here and go for a swim.
So now he's well across all the local spots like this one. We're a little bit south of Perth here.
Spot Winnie, coolest. Literally walk down off the cliff into paradise.
This is just what this entire coastline has to offer. Absolutely pristine, untouched beaches like this one. It was at about this point I thought, there is no way I'm going to cancel this trip. I'll drive this car till the wheels come off. We're literally only at the start of what I came to see.
This is worth the risk to drive here. Winnie can just pull me back up the hill.
And I think it's safe to say this is one of Pepper's favourite road trips as well. I'm so stoked we brought our dog on this trip.
But she's giving me the ball. So get ready.
Pick it up. Winnie's just in for a surf. There's like 3 people here, and Winnie's like, I don't know why it's so busy. Does anyone on the internet know how to stop your dog being scared of other people being underwater? Is our concern here?
No, it's not underwater. It's just...
They're okay. We don't know why. She just goes psycho, barking as soon as you go underwater. Or anybody goes underwater. Frustration.
Time to head back up the hill in the Pathfinder. And it turned out, once I threw it in low range, it actually wasn't too bad. However, looking back, I do remember how hopeless this vehicle actually was. Completely unlocked and not much suspension travel at all. But hey, that's all part of the learning process, and it's interesting to see how far I've come from this point. Not to mention, this was a very budgetful drive, even for the time. I think it was only about a $4,000 vehicle. All in all, it's still pretty impressive, but it got us to the other side of the country. Even though we had drama after drama, I guess it's all part of an epic trip. Back on the blacktop, and Winnie's taken us down to Bunker Bay. This is more of a mainstream beach, but still had the dog there. Absolutely incredible once again. Still, to this day, we've never been able to figure out why Pepper, our dog, hates us or anyone else being in the water, especially underwater. If anyone knows what this drama actually is all about, let me know. Unfortunately, Winnie had to leave us to go to work the next day. However, he's left us armed with a mud map with a bunch of coastal locations he thought we should go check out. So, over the next few days, heading toward Esperance, dropped in to see what he was talking about.
Another day, another destination. It's amazing. Look at this view. Jeez, drop it.
Cutting straight to the next day, Winnie, the poor dude, had to go to work, whereas we're on holiday. Armed with a mud map from Winnie, with checkpoints on Google Maps, we've decided to come find this spot he reckons is the bee's knees for camping. It is super fun to get to. Yeah, it could be really nice, apart from this day was onshore wind, but...
The track we just came down.
Oh, okay, so it took about half an hour to get to this point.
Now, there was a bit of a road down toward this beach. However, luckily, we did not attempt it because to this day, I reckon this is the softest beach I've ever walked on. The Pathfinder had absolutely no chance.
The sand on this beach is so soft. Low range queen. First time low range? Yeah.
There was a lot of bush tracks here, so we decided just to explore them, heading south as we went, because the next destination we're chasing is Esperance. So, got a lot of ground to cover still to get there. Next stop is Hemlin Bay, and this is a special one, guys. Something I'd never experienced before. Welcome back to another road trip episode. Starting Hemlin Bay, where I had no idea what was lurking in the water when we walked down. Stevie was already clued up though, because I think she'd been Googling what was up ahead. So without realising, into the water we went. The slimiest manta rays you've ever touched coming straight at you.
She did crazy and wants to pass the manta rays.
There's a crowd here.
There's a crowd. Go on, get right in. Can I put it in the water or no?
How weird is this? Look at it.
No, they put me out.
I don't know anything about these creatures.
Look at him, look how many.
Oh, he's slimy out. So, do you know about this?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Cousin Zach told me. We're bearing right.
Yeah.
The long journey toward Esperance continues. Now, this coastline is non-stop action. There is basically unlimited amounts of spots to stop. This was Conspicuous Bay, a well-known surf spot. However, we didn't have any boards on us, so we were only stopping in to check it out. However, the next spot, Elephant Rocks. This is one not to miss, guys. Absolutely incredible. However, it does get a little tricky if you've got a dog with you. We had to leave Pepper up in the car to guard all our gear while we spent a few hours exploring this incredible location.
No dogs allowed.
No dogs down here, so Pepper's chilling.
You know what? Some humans are worse than dogs.
Really spent all day here.
Now, we are traveling through this area mid-December, which is the peak of the Christmas holidays. So obviously very busy, this particular spot, and you can see why. It is actually incredible to hang out all day here.
So, gotta get a shot.
Bit of a bummer we couldn't stay longer, but Pepper was up in the car, so time to hit the road again.
Elephant Rocks is definitely no secret. If you don't go early, you're going to be hiking in. Check out this car park. Unbelievable.
Now, as per usual, Stevie has been doing her research, and our next destination is known as Two People's Bay. Now, this is in the national park. There's a $15 entry, or it was back then, and this is honestly where you get your first taste of what Esperance will be like. The beaches literally look like they're photoshopped. You have to see it with your own eyes to believe it.
Go through this little cave, come out at the hidden... Ooh. Probably should have two hands to do that. Wow. I mean, you see stuff like this in pictures and you're like, oh yeah, that's crazy, but it's crazy.
Now, Two People's Bay National Park contains a bunch of different attractions, but by far the most popular would probably be Little Beach, which is what you're looking at. This is a national park, which means no camping, but there is a bunch of facilities here, toilets, barbecues, all that sort of stuff. Good for a day trip to come down and check it out. Without a doubt, some of the most pristine and untouched coastline you're ever going to find on planet Earth. Yeah, it is really special. On this day, it was starting to get a little bit late, so there is actually a caravan park not far from here, Two People's Caravan Park. We decided to stay the night to catch up on showers and do a little bit of washing, cook dinner, and just enjoy the night.
Master Chef tonight? The helper? You sleepy? This is camp tonight. Just in a caravan park tonight, but it's nice and comfy. Nice little camp spot. So yeah, today was pretty amazing. Got to see a lot. Little beach at Two People's Bay, which you just saw. Oh, like you see on this video, but if you go there in real life, it's crazy. Looks like the beach has been landscaped. In case you're wondering, Pathfinder still has no boost. It's like driving a Corolla, towing a 3-ton trailer. Very slow. All those Delekas we were paying out on the way here, can't overtake them anymore. We'll keep trotting along, we'll just putt along and see the south coast of WA at least. Keep going south tomorrow until we get to Esperance. Maybe not tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. I feel very lucky that you've done this. Look at that.
After spending the night at the caravan park, we thought it best to head down the beach for a bit of breakfast, and after hitting the sand, following a few tyre tracks, I managed to find this incredible little bay here to cook up some brekkie and have a morning swim.
Where are we off to?
I don't know.
Look at those stairs up there.
Wow, how's this this for a spot? Beautiful. Like paradise. The car's perched up. Still no power, but low range got me here.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. Look at it. Those ones here.
The water is very clear. It's pretty warm too.
Yeah, we're going to cook some pancakes this morning. It's as good a spot as any, I reckon.
Make coffee. What do we got here? Pancakes in paradise. Peppy,
Do you want pancakes too?
sure, you can have one if you want. Lie down. Lie down.
I'm going to have to go for a swim here. Tide's coming in, but I think I've got time. Definitely don't want to hit soft sand with this shit box of car.
Come on, charge.
Let me know if you're enjoying this old school style vlog that we used to do, the old touring episodes. Because as you know, Mac and myself are actually heading back to Western Australia very soon, so that's what sparked my interest in looking back on these older videos. Once I realised half of them were taken down, I thought I've got to put all that back together and put it back online. If you've been enjoying this episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we have so much more to come, plenty more from Esperance and Western Australia in particular, as we're going to be there in the Dad Bus and the 76 series very, very soon. Are in fact getting very close now in the Pathfinder to Esperance. Who thinks the old girl's done well? Looking back on this, I think, even though it had a bunch of problems, man, the car still got us here in the long run. Can't be too mad about that. Bremer Bay, which is another spot Winnie had recommended we definitely go and see, and I can see why. Literally, dolphins jumping out as we pulled up. Couldn't believe it. Next location I'm about to show you is Wharton Beach. Now, without a doubt, I'm going to have to say, hands down, my favourite place in Australia. There you go, I've said it guys. Big call, but wait until you see it. I mean, honestly, I think it speaks for itself. The whitest sand I've ever seen, clearest water. It's a dog-friendly beach that you can drive on. Honestly, this is nicer than any beach that exists in Queensland ever, anywhere. Hands down, that's why it's my favourite spot in the whole wide world. It's absolutely incredible. Now, it was pretty windy the first day we were there, so this is in fact the second day I was filming. A few of the locals told us to stick it out and hang on because there was a wind change coming, and I'm glad I did because, wow, check it out guys. Absolutely paradise.
Nice day, but it's very windy today. You can hear the wind on the camera. Just here. A little bit protected, as you probably just saw. Water temp. Cold. This is also a dog-friendly beach, so that's handy.
Nicer than any of our normal beaches.
Yeah, highly recommend this spot. Couldn't recommend this spot more. Nice spot.
Yeah, really nice.
Actually, when it's high tide, there was a bit of a wave feeling in here even. It's pretty nice. Good learning wave. Apparently the Nullarbor reopened yesterday, so not sure how the roads are going at the moment. They've been closed because of the fires almost the whole time we've been here. All the cars starting to come in. Parking up. Probably the best spot we found on this particular trip for snorkeling because of this little channel here. You don't even need to swim, it just pulls you straight out. Coral and cool stuff all through those rocks. It's amazing. Guys, leave me a comment down below if you reckon you've got a spot as good as this to visit, because if you do, I want to go check it out. That is for sure. Now,
Now, it didn't take long for the locals to realise conditions were on point, so it started to get busy down here. Pepper had a fair few dogs to go say hello to, but yeah.
Oh, what's this? What's this, Ruby?
Oh, it's a dog, Pepper. Sandy.
We decided to hang out here until a bit after lunchtime before moving on and hitting the road once again.
Bit more what we're used to. Hi.
Look at it, so pretty.
High tide. Gonna go for another swim. Beautiful.
I'm glad we hung around for high tide as well because the whole area completely changes. There's a little wave you can surf. It almost just gets even better again. Can't get any better than this. Well, we've got another beach to visit coming up next, and it is special for a whole different reason.
Alright, that's about enough sun for me. Pack her up, boys. Let's go. Actually pretty hot. Car says 37, so yeah. Hot.
If you've ever been scrolling Instagram and seen all these photos and images of people on the beach with kangaroos, well, this is probably the spot you're looking at. Lucky Bay.
Just dropping Pepper at a kennel today because we've got to go down to Castle Bay and all our dogs there. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's looking.
Now, Lucky Bay is part of the Cape Le Grand National Park, another national park, which means no dogs. Hence why we had to leave Pepper back at a kennel for the day because we really want to get the full experience down here. And I was pretty excited for this one.
Lucky Bay at the moment. We're in the national park at the moment. Yeah, where the kangaroos are on the beach, apparently. So we're down on Lucky Beach and it's like a smooth highway. The sand's very hard, so that's a good.
To my relief, this beach was extremely hard packed. You could probably drive absolutely any vehicle you want down here, so no dramas for the Pathfinder. We decided to go head all the way to the end and check out what's there, which is a bit of a headland and national park walk. However, extremely windy, a bit of a common theme over here in Western Australia. So we decided to head back toward the entry where there was a sneaky little coffee shop on the beach.
All the kangas coming for me.
I think these kangaroos are used to working the crowd. They're just coming down each setup, getting some snacks and continuing.
Oh my god, they're so cute! I knew they would come to me! Hello, baby!
Now, to our surprise, the kangaroos on this particular beach were very friendly because the ones back here at home, they don't want to come anywhere near you.
Oh, cute.
Nibbling on me.
And they certainly don't want you to touch them or pat them. These ones obviously were just chasing snacks, which you're not allowed to feed them, so keep that in mind. But yeah, very friendly. And yeah, I can see why everyone gets photos with them.
Wait, he's in my chain spot. No. I think they want the snacks. No snacks.
I think these kangaroos are just working the crowd. They're just moving down car by car. It's like they're trained or something.
Reading my book.
They make people so happy when they jump. Like, yeah, we were the same. What else is next on the agenda around here, Stevie? Tour guide?
Hellfire Bay.
Hellfire.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, today's south-southeasterly winds, which is basically straight into every bay here. It's okay though. It's not too cloudy, but
probably won't be any protected.
No, I reckon Monk Bay will be protected.
Stayed on the beach for a little longer, but decided to go explore the national park for what it is. Hit the road, had a bit of a look around, found some whistling rock, which is pretty cool, but wasn't whistling, so I assume that's because the wind was going in the wrong direction. Finally made it to Little Hellfire Bay, which is a 10-minute walk. You might think that is a time lapse. That is Stevie's actual standard walking pace. She may be related to the Roadrunner. Just a side note. Welcome to Little Hellfire Bay. 10-minute walk. One way, 10 minutes.
I've heard that there's regular shark sightings though at these two.
Looking back on this trip, I'm feeling absolutely so grateful to live in this country, guys, and certainly cannot wait to get back over here. Just scratched the surface on this trip. And now, if you're wondering what in fact was actually wrong with the Nissan Pathfinder, I worked it out myself once we got back home. All it actually turned out to be was the mass airflow sensor. Now, for the life of me, to this day, I still can't figure out why Nissan couldn't diagnose this for me over there. However, due to the bushfires still taking place, we had to ship the car back anyway. This whole trip was done with my long service leave back when I used to have a normal job. Stevie, being a school teacher, gets an epic Christmas holiday break as well, so we were both on a bit of a schedule to get back to work anyway. All in all, this was an extremely eventful trip, and yeah, it all felt like it went too quick. I really hope this has helped motivate you to organise that big trip if you've always wanted to go, because I can guarantee, guys, you will not regret it.